Good evening. Welcome to our FwD media broadcast. Friends with Disabilities. FwD is a 501c3 nonprofit community benefit organization. Our mission is to reach out to the community of individuals with disabilities in order to educate and promote inclusion. We believe together we can make a difference, such as building connections and relationships, emotional support, sharing relevant information, exhibiting proper etiquette. Please feel free to share today's broadcast with as many people as you know. Also, feel free to comment or ask questions in the comment sections as you're watching. If you're watching YouTube Live, display us on your smart TV for your entire family and friends to watch. But now, let's get into today's broadcast.
Hey, welcome back. Another segment, Friends with Disabilities here. Paul Mayfield, your host with the most, peanut butter jelly with the toast. Just here to chat with you about 2021 in review, things that we've done, how far we have come. Man, it's been a long year and we've done a lot, which I will detail and show you how we started the year from January all the way to the present moment where you're viewing this video. Man, it's been tremendous. We've been blessed despite of what we're going through as a nation, despite what we're going through as individuals. There's blessings within the raindrops. And when those blessings land on you, you need to shout it out as loud as you can so other people can realize that you won't always be in the condition that you're in. And that's a great thing. Well, how did we start this year? Well, we started this year with a new president, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, first black vice president, period. First woman vice president. And it's a tremendous celebration. It's so quiet nowadays. I don't even turn on CNN to watch the shenanigans, I should say, the tomfoolery that we used to subject ourselves to on a daily basis, absorbing all of the nonsense that was spewed by President 45, I'll call him that. But we started the year off with a whole new leadership, and Trump left the office, and then the Biden family now has control of our country. And things have been smooth for me because I'm not in the political realm and I don't really surround myself with that jargon. But hey, that's what's happened so far this year. Also, Derek Chauvin, he received 22 years in prison for killing George Floyd. And justice is served, people will say. But I believe in eye for eye. And I'm just old school testament like that. I guess God will fight his battles, and vengeance is mine, says the Lord. So I'll allow that to happen. But Derek Chauvin is going to get what he deserves. And all the crooked cops around the nation and the world, you holding your position to subject people to your power and to demean us and to hurt us, knowing that there's nothing we can do about it, powerless. All of us have stories dealing with the police, bad ones, I should say. And that's not cool. But also this year, over 250 million Americans are fully vaccinated. And I think the number is even bigger now. These figures were, I believe I looked at this maybe a month or so ago. So I think the figures are even larger now. That's a nice chunk of our nation. I hope I'm not getting that wrong, but I know it's a large percent people who are vaccinated. Those people who aren't vaccinated, all I can say, that's your decision, and to keep on thinking about it. But you know that you could possibly come down with corona and it might not end up good for you. So that's a decision that you have to make. Moving on, what else has happened? Of course, there's been natural disasters and hurricanes and increasing at an alarming rate due to global warming, which is real, by the way. But moving on, those are things that happen in the world around us. And there's been some positive things and there's been some negative things, just like everyday life. And I have some positive things to share with you because that COVID didn't stop us. The murders in the streets by the police of people of color didn't stop us. Trump leaving office and Biden and Kamala coming into office didn't stop us. What we did was kept going, and all the things that we chose to do, we did it. I'll share those things right after these messages and our sponsors.
If you know a friend, family member, or anyone that could benefit from Friends with Disabilities, please share this broadcast with them. If you would like to join FwD, please visit our website where you can fill out an FwD application, and we can follow up with you to become a part of our organization.
"2021. We started January reviewing with a video of what we did in 2020, which is a laundry list of things, and you can go back and do your research and see what we've done. Here in 2021, we started out the year with the outing at the movies. We went to the movies at KZoo 10. We rented out the entire theater. It was beautiful. All our participants had a chance to order what they want from the menu: popcorn, hot dogs, candy, sodas, everything. And we laughed, had a good time. COVID was still really a factor then. We were all still had to wear masks, mandatory, and the rest of the theater was not open to the public. So they opened up their theater just for Friends with Disabilities. So thank you, KZoo 10. You did it once again. We appreciate you. Also, that same month, we launched our You Are Not Alone video, which dealt with isolation and depression. And that was a video that was close to all of us. And I thank you for all of your feedback from that video. It really touched my heart, just how many of you noticed that you aren't alone and you started to reach out with us, and then you wanted to come to our next trip. And that video, You Are Not Alone, really launched an episode of emotional thought and emotional feelings, emotional intelligence that has trickled out and meandered through our entire organization. So thank you. That started in March. We started this feeling of, man, you're not alone, so let's galvanize around each other and be supportive of this movement. And that's exactly what happened. And then moving on into our next, in April, we went bowling, and bowling was to capacity. There were so many participants. We had new ones, and again, they were fed, bowled a few games, had a chance to meet new people, and it was awesome. And our video series for that month was Where Were You When I Needed You? And that was about abandonment. And our own CEO, President Sharmise, had a chance to tell her story about abandonment. And Carlissia Munn on audio also shared with us a little bit how she felt about her mom. And it was very intimate. And that's when I tell you, this is when all that emotional intelligence started to seep in to what we're doing. And it's just an awesome healing guide for us. So that was a great thing with bowling. And then we also highlighted spinal bifida, which one of our board members, Carlissia Munn, she has spinal bifida, and she told her story. And we all have a library. You guys can go back and check out everything that I'm talking about now and see the work that we put in and the things we done. So we started out the year going to the movies. Then we went bowling. Now in April, May is when we did a community outreach. Is where our members went out into the community in Kalamazoo, handed out leaflets, told about us, if they wanted to join, how to join. It was pretty much a recruitment tool just to grow our numbers, and that was very successful. What our highlight for that month was, our video, I'll tell you in a moment.
If you would like to join FwD, please visit our website where you can fill out a FwD application and we can follow up with you to become a part of our organization. If you would like to contribute a donation to FwD, feel free to use any of our donation options, which can also be found on our website, friendswithdisabilities.org/donate, Cash App, PayPal by mail, Givelify, and Amazon Smile. We thank you in advance for your contribution.
Our disability highlight for the month of June was multiple sclerosis, MS, which a dear friend of mine, Randolph Pope, suffers from. And we have our interviews on there. He shared his story about how it has affected him over the years and also how he has overcome. He gives recommendation for new medications for those of you who may be going through the same thing. So he provides hope, and he's also joined us on our trips, and he doesn't even live in Kalamazoo. He lives in the Detroit area, but we still find ways to reach far and wide. Thank you to the Lord. July was a great month. The weather was kicked in, and we had a summer extravaganza out in Galesburg, Michigan. Shouts out to Mike Bilski. Thanks, Mike, and your family. Beautiful family, man. Beautiful family. We went out to a compound for like Special Olympics. Everything you can think of was handicap accessible, no matter what your disability may have been. And we had a ball, from swimming, zip lining, water slides, hikes. We had a great time, and we grilled and we ate. We had new members there as well. And we had a chance to introduce people to one another in a cool environment. Some people just hung by the pool. Others just chose to hang by the grill. Some people chose to go zip lining, and some people just went for walks, and that was a beautiful thing. So we thank you, Mike Bilski, for opening up your compound to us. We had a beautiful time. Hopefully we can come back again in 2022, but we'll get to that later. Our disability highlight for the month of July was Paul Eklund, the AD from the ADA, and we learned about Americans with Disabilities Act. He's from Southwest Michigan, and he's an advocate for people with disabilities. We also provided his information, and if you have any questions of how the ADA works, we provided contact information and what to do if you have a situation. So that also was very, very helpful. As far as what we've done moving on, well, in August, we really did it, guys. We made it. We made it to the Princess Riverboat Cruise, and it was totally awesome. We had a young lady give a testimony saying she felt like she was in Titanic, and it was very, very, very nice. And of course, we ate good, fellowshiped. Everybody left with a smile, and I think that smile is still in all of our hearts to this day as we reminisce on what went on. And it was just tremendous. And I can't tell you, you should be a part of it next year, because, oh yeah, Friends with Disabilities is here, and we're going to continue to roll on. We're going to continue to put smiles on faces and make these connections that we promised you that we would make. Our broadcast, or our video, was a penny with a hole in it, and it dealt with finance and job opportunities, how people with disabilities can save some money and also go earn money. And that was found to be very helpful. A lot of you reached out with that segment, and we're here for a resource base, so that's what we do. If we can help you, we will. Moving on to September, we went to the Western Michigan football game. Western crushed Northern Illinois, but it was a nice game. And again, all of our participants, it was free. They had a chance to order from the menu what they wanted to eat. It was catered to them right there in the stands without moving or batting an eye. Thank you to our volunteers that day. It was hot, and we did not know the layout and the parameters of the stadium, so we were at a disadvantage, but logistically we figured it out. Thank you to our volunteers once again, and everything went on without a hitch. So beautiful maneuvering behind the scenes from the staff and support staff and volunteers. You guys rocked that day. It was nice and it was warm, and it was fun. At the end of the day, it was very fun. That month, we did not have a video, but we did highlight guide dogs and white canes. Now, we all know Charmise uses a guide dog, and then I gave my experience of my guide dog and why I now use a white cane. That video is available in audio, so you'll be able to listen to that and see why I now use a white cane and why Charmise loves guide dogs. In October, we went to Gull Meadow Farms, and it was a sold out trip and invitation only, and people really enjoyed themselves. Had a chance to do a lot of different things that you just don't get to do on a normal day, and you only get to do it once a year right here in Kalamazoo. So we supported the community, and the community supported us. It was a very nice day, and I wish that more people could have come, but we had to put a cap on it due to availability. And don't forget that it is first come, first serve. And we love you, but hey, if you want to be with us, you got to get on the ball and make it happen. And we promise we'll be right there on the other end to pull you through and to make sure that you can be a part of this. In November, I think I know the broadcast was Don't Sweat It, and it was about stress and anxiety, and I gave you some things that you can do by yourself if you're feeling stressed or you're anxiety filled and you just really climbing up the walls. You don't know what to do at that moment. I gave some suggestions for you, so we can look back at that as well. Now moving on to our present time here in November. We just celebrated Thanksgiving. Well, I hope you really enjoyed the time with your family. I know I did. I fried a turkey again. I think this is my 10th or 11th year frying turkeys. And I'm feeling like I'm an expert, but you learn something every time that you do something. So it was wonderful. Always being with your family. It's my favorite holiday. It's Thanksgiving because it doesn't have anything added to it. It's just food and family, and that's all I need. And time with my babies, Paul and Naeem. I can't believe my children, 17 and 20 years old, blowing my head open, really. But us as parents with disabilities, my children are beautiful, they're healthy, they're hardworking, good students. I have my daughter who's in her second year at Michigan State. My son is in his junior year in high school. And hey, they're respectful. So we as parents with disabilities can produce good fruit because we're good. There's nothing wrong with us. So let's keep our heads up during this holiday season. Let's embrace and let's do what we did on last week, Friday. And I'll tell you about that in a moment. I'll be right back.
If you would like to contribute a donation to FwD, Feel free to use any of our donation options, which can also be found on our website, friendswithdisabilities.org/donate, Cash App, PayPal by mail, Givelify, and Amazon Smile. We thank you in advance for your contribution.
Welcome back. Okay, now, last Friday, the 19th, November 2021, we had a gala. Everyone dressed up, as you will see in the pictures, and we ate such great food, and we had a ceremony. People received gifts, surprises, certificates of appreciation. We had a couple of our sponsors there, all of our participants, some of our board members, and man, well, I can't tell you how grand it was, but maybe you'll get an idea through the pictures and the collage that Tony's going to put together for you. Tony Rositas, our design team, Giant Killer Media Design. He's the man, him and his wife, Mrs. Rositas. Beautiful people. And they're going to put together a collage of pictures just from the whole year, from the gala last week, just to show you how Friends with Disabilities really start, how we finish, how we keep going. There's no stopping joy, and we want to bring that to you. I recommend that you recommend someone else if you have not done so already. 2022 is upon us. We are going to have bigger and better things. We've learned from some of our mistakes. We expounded on some of the things that were successful. We're listening to all your feedback, and we pay attention. Our funding is coming in. We continue to grow. We continue to want to grow, and we are not going to stop putting smiles on faces and making those connections between isolation and having a fruitful life. We won't stop doing that. I would like to thank Sharmise Anderson, our president and CEO, for her hard work this year. Also, Audrey Mayfield for her consulting work. Thank you. Our board members, all of our volunteers. It's so many, I just can't think of every single name right now, but you know who you are. You receive recognition on Friday and certificates and gift bags. So you know who you are. Don't think that you will ever go unnoticed. If you want to be a volunteer for next year, I suggest you sign up now, because our volunteers, not only do they go free, they eat free, and they're helping. It's food for the soul. And ending things, we want to say have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. We will see you sometime in January with a schedule of events. First come, first serve. Free of charge, just bring your laughter and your smile, and that's all we need. Positive attitude. Make sure that you set some time out before this year ends to think about what you want to do different next year. Make some changes for the best. You don't have to share with anybody, just you and within yourself. Make some changes that you know that you should make. And these changes should be things that are hard, not easy. Not easy. Hard. Those things that you deem hard and you try, it'll make it that much sweeter when you succeed. It's Paul Mayfield, your host with the most. I love you guys. I'll see you next year, and have a beautiful holiday season. Be safe out there. Go Spartans. We beat U of M, by the way. That's all we needed to do. Love you guys. Peace.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope that today's broadcast has helped you. If you know a friend, family member, or anyone that could benefit from Friends with Disabilities, please share this broadcast with them. If you would like to join FwD, please visit our website, where you can fill out a FwD application, and we can follow up with you to become a part of our organization. If you would like to contribute a donation to FwD, Feel free to use any of our donation options, which can also be found on our website, friendswithdisabilities.org/donate, Cash App, PayPal by mail, Givelify, and Amazon Smile. We thank you in advance for your contribution. And join us for next month's FwD broadcast. During this time, please remember to be safe, be well, and be blessed.